I think we need to give some love to the humble carrot. I just adore it. And I'm going to be making a soup to really hero them with some miso and ginger. It's absolutely delicious. So I've got 1 kilo of carrots here, which is about 6 medium-sized carrots, and I'm just cutting them into rounds. The reason I do this is just to speed up the cooking process. I'm also heating up a pan, and we're going to start with the onions. So 1 whole onion, and we're just going to slice the onion. You don't have to be pedantic with how this is sliced. We just want to get it straight in the pot to start sweating off. Now, I really need to emphasize sweating the onions off because I don't want to get too much color on them. I really want to keep that gorgeous orange color of the carrots in this soup, so no color on the onions. In they go, along with a little splash of oil, and you don't need too much oil for this. We just want about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon just to get those onions going. Okay, now I'm going to add some ginger. Ginger and carrot are best mates, and it just works so nicely for this soup. I'm going to be adding quite a lot, about a 2 to 3 centimetre piece of ginger. Again, just slicing it because it's all going to be blended at the end. But if you don't like ginger, you can just add a little bit. It really does make a difference though. It gives it a wonderful perfume. So I'll give this a bit of a jiggle. And then into this, I'll add 1 stick of celery. I'm just cutting that in half, and again, just roughly chopping it. This is going to give it an extra sweetness too, so in it goes. You know, sometimes soup, I feel, have so many different ingredients, you don't know what you're tasting. With this, I really want the prominent flavours to be that ginger, the carrots, and some miso. So we can add our carrots now, a couple of big handfuls, and it looks like a lot of carrots, but they will cook down significantly. Okay, another little toss in that oil. It's smelling so good now with that ginger. And then in with the miso paste. Now, this is a sweet miso. I like it because it's quite mild and it does have that slight sweetness. It's also salty, so you want to go easy on the salt when you're adding it to the soup. So I'll just incorporate that miso, and I'm going to turn the heat up slightly now just because I'm going to add our stock. I'm using some chicken stock. We'll pour that in. You'll need enough to just cover the carrots and a small pinch of salt. Because the miso is salty, you don't want to overdo the salt. It's best to add a little bit now, taste it at the end, and if it needs some more, we can add it. Okay, now the lid needs to go on. It's going to come up to the boil, and I'll cook this for about 20 minutes or until the carrots are tender. Smells so good, and I like to blend this until it's really smooth. So in with a stick blender, and just be really careful when you're doing this because it's quite hot. You don't want to splash up on you and burn you. All right, that is the consistency I'm after, and just look at that vibrant colour. You know that's good for you, and you know it's going to taste nice. So I'm just going to add a few ladlefuls of this gorgeous soup into a bowl. Oh, that striking colour against that white, just divine. And to finish it off, you know I can't help myself. I love a bit of cream, and creme fraiche with the sweetness of the carrots is just divine. And it also mellows it down with the ginger in it and also the miso. So what I like to do is just mix this creme fraiche to loosen it up, just so we can do a little drizzle. I like the flavour of the creme fraiche because it's slightly tangy as opposed to really creamy. So that's just right. See how that's sort of drizzle effect? That's what we're after. And then we'll just drizzle that in our soup. It just needs the smallest amount. And then some pepitas for some crunch over the top. And that looks like a very delicious soup. I want to have a taste. Carrots, they're such a fantastic vegetable. I always have them on standby in my crisper. Fantastic, particularly if you want to make a quick soup just like this one.